It's the Jets and the Dolphins, and it's coming up next.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, a fun matchup in the AFC East, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The NFL's first ever Black Friday clash. The Dolphins and the Jets underway here at MetLife Stadium. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Now, Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
Injuries overshadowed a great season from Tua last season. He led a Miami passing game that was one of the best in the league, and even more importantly, took them to the postseason for the first time in 6 years. That jump they were looking for from it, it absolutely occurred.
Go ahead. Ready.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This defense for the Jets, very strong in that victory a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
44.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Back deep, Alex Erickson. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Jets will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He'll buy some time right. And that's caught inside the 30. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 42 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there, because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The Jets at 6-4 now on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
They'll set up the screen for Hall. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Richardson on 4th down. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. On the counter, it's Taylor. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quentin Williams in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away.
Erickson now to return. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Richardson on 3rd and short.
Flush to his right.
And Richardson slides down after evading the defense, and he moves the chains.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Rolling to his right.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 2. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. One heck of a third down conversion. 33 yards.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first. You can see it there. He has such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. Here for this offense.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's out to Hill, right side complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Ready.
Tua going to throw.
They'll check this one down to Taylor.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they...
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10.
Go!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Richardson off the play fake.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. On the move past the 40, inside the 20.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Kyle Pitts. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets have taken the lead.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
Ready.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
right at the 30.
He'll start with a give to Taylor.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
C.J. Mosley getting to him behind the line of scrimmage there.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Again, it's Taylor.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
And this is going to be incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players, and glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Here comes Erickson. A good return there, 17 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Jets now to take over.
Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well.
Come on.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Go.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Got a man. It's Judy, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this... going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
Steps away to his left.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
7 Pirates.
There, Richardson back to throw it.
Touchdown, Jets.
Jerry Jeudy.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Have 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Berrios now from his end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A big play there on the catch and run, and even 50 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
2 and a throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Braxton Berrios. As the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Sanders now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play.
Here we go. Here we go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Warriors 70. Ready, right?
Now it's Richardson.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
A final shot before the half. Richardson
Sliding out of the pocket. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what will begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And they are seconds away from halftime,
get right back to the
all-tied
action
in that
set
one.
to begin the third quarter.
we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
The first play of the second half. A big success, over 30 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him.
Okay,
protection, a few breakdowns along the way that's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open. Coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Richardson shotgun on third down.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field.
There he goes, left side.
Down the left sideline.
And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards.
Where's the contain there? And yes, that's a question because that was just a simple drop-off. But he hits the Jets, and all of a sudden, the seas part in front of him. A huge result there to flip the field and what was a fairly innocuous play call.
Open man is the tight end Troutman.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Just looking at from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
Sanders' kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline
stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
19. Ready.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Ready.
A toss left side for Hall.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hall again on 2nd down. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Here's Hall again.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Richardson now on 2nd down.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Jalen Waddle, 28 yards. And the Jets are able to stretch out their lead.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Dolphins offense returning to the field.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there. And he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back to Taylor on first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but closed there quickly at the end. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. Here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
2 and now on first down. That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down. Tua sets up to pass it. Over the middle, he gets it to Berrios. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They run once more with Taylor. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jeff Wilson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Roll, smash, smash.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The New York set to take the field. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. Richardson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Come on, come on.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Richardson on second and 10. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. It's a gain of 34.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. This one into the hands of Pitts. A big pickup of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
And Richardson looks to throw once more.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Let's go.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Ready.
Richardson looking to throw. He dumps this one off here to Hall.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Anthony Richardson.
A 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Jets add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was Anthony Richardson who took it into the end zone to finish things off.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And a completion to Wilson.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Got a man. It's Berrios complete. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And quickly, they get to the line. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Jets are going to get the 35.
Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Go.
Second down, here's Richardson. This will be caught. Judy.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
Now here's a throw that's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Buffalo 18.
On third down, here's Richardson. Got a man, it's Judy, complete.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. Touchdown!
Jerry Judy
with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Jets have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Berrios now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Miami set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. 2 now on first down.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout. Jets. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Ready.
Here's Tua.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Tua to throw again. Gets this one to Hill. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 35. And now they're in the hurry-up.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Dolphins.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And that is incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
He is going to find Hill here.
Yeah, ready.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Jetsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. It's caught inside the 25. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
1st and 10, it's Richardson.
That's going to be caught. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, they're...
Yeah. First off, my name Toe, but it's really Tobe Chuku. Got a BM that keep my season, that keep me fufu. Grew up wearing platinum fufu on the Southwest eating fufu. And the hammer that I keep don't come with nails. Look, I ain't know who Bill Burr was until I met the man. Half my married to the street without a wedding band. I done peeped that all these rappers won't be secondhand. My pop said I'd be broken, barely eat. I should have bet the man.